Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriors, Clippers trades that can change West before NBA training camp. In just about 1 month, training camp will begin for all 30 teams around the NBA. As the calendar flips to the month of September, the league as a whole continues to be a waiting game. Even with plenty of rumors this summer, nobody has really made a substantial move on the trade market. And despite solid free agents remaining available, no team is really making any additions right now. At the same time, front offices are always evaluating the next moves that they can make, especially teams like the Golden State Warriors and Los Angeles Clippers in the Western Conference. Both the Warriors and Clippers have been known to be championship-contending franchises over the last decade, yet these organizations approached the offseason differently than in years past. Klay Thompson left Golden State after 13 years with the team that drafted him, and Paul George decided to join Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers in the Eastern Conference, leaving Los Angeles and Kawhi Leonard in the dust. Change is inevitable for every franchise, and these two Western Conference powerhouses certainly flipped their rosters around in free agency. Whereas the Warriors added the likes of Buddy Hield, Kyle Anderson, and DeAnthony Melton, the Clippers added key talents like Chris Dunn, Derrick Jones Jr., Nick Batum, and Kevin Porter Jr. Even after making all of these moves in free agency, the Warriors and Clippers remain two teams that have actively been searching the trade market to make more upgrades this summer. Although no trade has come close to being completed for either side, that doesn't mean they aren't in constant communication with the other 28 teams around the NBA. You never know when a trade is going to be made in the NBA nowadays, and there are quite a few players that remain on the trade block that could have a great influence in a new city. Better yet, the Warriors and Clippers are among the teams in the West that could completely shift the trajectory of the 2024-25 season if they were to pull off a trade ahead of training camp. As the new NBA season draws near, here are a few hypothetical trade scenarios involving the Warriors, Clippers, and other teams that could shift the balance of power in the Western Conference. In the wake of Thompson departing for the Dallas Mavericks this offseason, the Warriors seized their opportunity to finally cut back on the major tax bill they have been accustomed to having. Instead of being the league's highest taxed and a second-apron team, the Warriors are operating as an above-the-tax team. This essentially gives them flexibility to not only offer their own players extensions, but be active in their pursuit of more talent on the trade market. Overall, the Warriors were very active in terms of trying to make a trade this offseason. George was a player on their radar before he opted out of his deal with the Clippers, and Lauri Markkanen became Golden State's top trade target before NBA Summer League. While it may appear that the Warriors struck out on both all-star talents, that is not the case whatsoever. The main goals Mike Dunleavy Jr. and the Warriors front office have right now are to maintain their title contention status while also developing their young core of Jonathan Kuminga, Brandon Podziemski, and others. In fact, the organization's unwillingness to move Kuminga or Podziemski led to their trade talks stalling out. Plenty of options remain for Golden State to make a big move between now and the trade deadline. One point of weakness this team has been trying to solve for years has been in their front court, next to Draymond Green. Young uses odd analogy to show fans are scared of Kyrie-Steph debate. Steph Curry and the Warriors helped Nick Young, a perennial role player, win his first and only NBA championship in 2018. Curry, a beloved family man, is too generous. Young scored a mere 5 points in 38 garbage minutes through 4 games as Golden State swept LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Meanwhile, Curry averaged 27.5 points, 6.8 assists, and 6.0 rebounds per game. Still, Young isn't convinced Curry is the best point guard of the modern era. Instead, the retired 12-year NBA veteran believes a player Curry has overpowered time and time again is better and shared a ridiculous hot take on the subject Monday. Though, it appears he said Kyrie Irving has had a better career than Curry, but people are too scared to admit it. Young added that people treat the Curry-Irving debate the same way they do the one surrounding the late Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. He believes most, including himself, have Bryant over Jordan in their all-time rankings. Young's take on Curry versus Irving, at least, factually is incorrect and outlandish. Curry has defeated Irving twice in the NBA Finals. Plus, Curry completely transcended the game of basketball and has won 4 NBA championships over 15 seasons, all spent with the Warriors who drafted him. He also has been Golden State's and Team USA's, for that matter, #1 option and focal point in virtually every game he has played in. Irving, meanwhile, has never had championship-level success as a franchise's #1 option and best was suited as James' co-star in Cleveland. The 8-time NBA All-Star, who has been on 4 different teams, has elite handles, though. Curry often receives criticism for not being able to win without Kevin Durant or opposing injuries. But Irving was teammates with Durant on the Brooklyn Nets for 2.5 seasons with nothing but drama to show for it, and Curry's 2022 ring stumps all naysayers. Irving is a tremendous player whose name unfairly is being thrown around negatively because Young stirred the pot. However, Irving did just average 19.8 points on 41.4% shooting against his former Boston Celtics in the Dallas Mavericks Finals Series loss, so some discussion is warranted. Curry simply is leagues above his longtime rival, and it must be made clear to everyone since his former teammate doesn't even appreciate Captain America's greatness. But as the 2 future Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame selections near the end of their beloved careers, it is best to just admire the marks they left on basketball. Hopefully, Young doesn't say Curry was holding back Chris Paul during the 2023-24 NBA season, or something, next. Side creates trade idea for Stephen Curry at Lakers. Stephen Curry's recent behavior on social media has fueled rumors of a possible trade to the Los Angeles Lakers. The legendary point guard, after all, seems interested in playing with LeBron James once again after their partnership at the Paris Olympic Games. At the Golden State Warriors, however, a reunion seems unlikely. Therefore, NBA fans are now hoping that the Los Angeles team will take action. But a deal for Curry wouldn't be cheap for the Lakers. The number 30, after all, has been the big name in his position for 15 seasons. Furthermore, he is the greatest idol in the history of the Warriors, after 4 titles, 6 finals and 2 MVPs for the franchise. So, to get him, GM Rob Pelinka would have to send an attractive and irrefutable package. With this in mind, journalist Matt Levine, from Sports Illustrated magazine, created an idea for exchanging Stephen Curry for the Lakers. The package would include 6 Angelino players, as well as 3 first-round picks. In return, the Los Angeles team would receive jersey number 30 and center Kevin Looney. In the journalist's view, the deal would benefit both sides. The Lakers, after all, would pair Curry with LeBron and Anthony Davis in the coming years. After James retired, the point guard could play center until he retired. Additionally, the team would take over Looney's contract to help the Warriors with the salary cap. The pivot, in turn, would bring experience and size to the team, he wrote. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Stephen Curry? Leave your opinion in the comments.